There's a popular social media meme been going around Israel the past 72 hours that says, "I'm an Israeli, I am not my government, end the war." As I'm a dual Israeli-American citizen, I will build on that sentiment. And I say that I'm an Israeli, a Zionist, an American Jew, and neither the Israeli government nor much of the organized community leadership in the Jewish community speaks for me. Israel needs to let food and medical supplies into Gaza in sufficient quantities to address the growing human catastrophe. I believe that both Israeli public and the American Jewish leaders are finally beginning to understand Israel's responsibility for the depth of what the Gazans are suffering. American reform and conservative leaders have come out in recent days and called for the Israeli government to change course. There's been much talk about how Israelis are not seeing on their television screens what people see around the world nightly. This may be changing as well. Last night, Israel's Channel 12 reported on how the hunger in Gaza is being portrayed around the world. The well-respected news anchor, Yonit Levy, ended the segment by saying, quote, "It's time to understand this is not a failure of public diplomacy, but a moral failure." And last week, the Israeli Medical Association called upon top Israeli defense officials to, quote, "ensure that medical equipment and basic humanitarian conditions," unquote, exist in Gaza. It appears that Israel is responding to internal and international pressure through declaration of localized Gaza ceasefires and increased delivery of aid. Well, this is not nearly enough. This means we must continue to speak up via demonstrations. Sign-on letters. And call to our public officials, some who are here with us today. I want to make clear that these calls for Israeli action do not in any way suggest that we do not recognize that the October 7th murderous attacks perpetrated by Hamas sparked the massive tragedy that is in Gaza today. But this fact does not release Israel from their responsibility now as the military occupying power. In closing, I want to share that I was in Israel on October 7th, and soon after, I put this around my neck. The signs remind me every day that we must do everything possible to facilitate the return of the hostages. In this spirit, we call for an end to the war, coupled with a complete hostage exchange. All of them, all at once. Bring them home now. This position, by the way, is supported by the overwhelming majority of the Israeli public. To repeat, we call for increased humanitarian aid, for food distribution and access to medical care, like the Rosanna Gaza tent clinics for displaced Gazans, now being supported by New Jewish Narrative and True Op. Massive aid into Gaza now. Thank you.